All right, welcome to our show this week. I have our resident in-house technology help desk person,
Computer
producer,
guru.
yeah, you name it. So you got a lot of different titles now. So as we work through, we've talked in the past about several different things, how to take care of your phones, your laptops, your home, your records. So you've brought a whole gamut of stuff with us. This week we're going to talk about how to protect yourself online. So again, welcome to our show. This is Help Desk with Joe, and Joe McDonald, the owner of A&M Digital Technologies, is here with his wife Sina, who produces our shows and put our shows together. And each week you're bringing something with us, a topic that you can talk about. And I know you've requested people send emails and questions, and you answer those questions. And then also we throw this video back out there so people can look at them whenever they feel like it to help cover a topic. So today, talking about protecting ourselves online with our computers and so forth. Tell me a little bit about that. Like, why is it important? Why is this a topic today?
Well, the reason it's important is more and more people are having access to the internet.
Right.
And more people are using the internet to do their, not only just Facebook and gaming, but, to run their business, to do their personal finances. It's tax season, so a lot of people are doing their taxes at home.
Right, doing them online. I know there's several ways to do that, and you see the commercials for it. I would venture to say that it is more ingrained as part of our life now.
Yes.
You can do more things online, so people are doing more things online. So why is it important that we work to protect ourselves? Like, what kind of stuff is out there that we should protect against?
Well, the basic thing is your own identity.
Right.
And you think, well, my identity's worth a lot. Nowadays, it's not. There's so much vulnerabilities out there on the internet that your identity to a hacker is only worth about $50 to $100.
Yeah, so it's been cut down. So but there's other dangers out there. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, not only is your personal identity important, but all of your information on your PC.
Right.
If you do a lot of online shopping and a lot of those websites save your credit card information, if your computer's compromised, they can load a program which is called a keylogger, and anything you type automatically sends back to them. So if you go on there and order something and you type in your credit card number, well, they're just sitting here watching your credit card number show up and all of your information.
And then it gives them access to use that later to purchase whatever they want, and congratulations, you just bought somebody a birthday present.
Exactly.
And you'll never even get credit.
Exactly.
Okay, so for the average person, what does that mean? What do they need to do? What should they know? The average folks that are out there saying, okay, I see what you're saying, I need to protect myself. How do they do that?
The easiest thing, the most basic thing to do is put an antivirus on your computer.
Okay.
An issue I run into, a lot of people goes, oh, well, I don't want an antivirus on my computer because it slows it down, which was true.
Yep.
A few years ago, antivirus companies came out and said, hey, you got to have it, and they would slow down a system to run all their stuff to protect you. Well, they finally realized, you need to do more on your computer than just protect yourself. So most of them have actually backed off where you can actually work while still protecting yourself.
Right. So they've compromised to make it feasible for everyone. So it's no longer a speed issue. So any particular antivirus that you recommend or that you use that you're comfortable with, what do you suggest to people? What do they need to know or what measures should they take as a minimum to kind of get to where they can protect themselves?
There's always free versions out there. There's AVG and Avast are a few free ones, and that's just a basic antivirus.
Right.
Now the stuff like we sell Norton Internet Security, Norton Antivirus.
Right.
That comes with a lot more add-ons. It comes with an antivirus, has a personal firewall, it has a search scanner. Right. Which you go on Google and you search for something, it'll actually scan the results to say, okay, this is the safe site. Oh, don't go here, you'll get a virus from this site. Right.
Right. And I have that on my computer, and it's very handy. It gives you a little check mark box and says site approved. Mm-hmm. And then and some of them it says don't go here. So very handy. Okay. If someone wanted to do more, like you said, there's some basic free ones. I'm always a little skeptical of the free ones because it seems too good to be true. Right. And I know, like Norton, I'm assuming you sell it as well. Yes. It's not that expensive now.
It's not.
For what you get, you can get a year's worth for probably around $50, $60. Maybe it's probably more than that. A year's more than that.
Actually, for a single PC right now, we sell Norton Internet Security 2013 for less than $30.
Oh, wow. I should have asked you that before we did this, just to get an idea. But so for under $50, you can get a year's worth of service that will protect you very well. Norton. Right. I mean, that's a good name to have.
And give you some idea. Right now, if you bring your system to me right now to get a virus cleanup, $35.
Wow. So you clean up the viruses And what else comes with that? Is that...
But now that's after your systems have been infected. So, preventative measure, you can either spend $30 now and be protected, or spend $35 where I'll have to fix it. Plus, then you'll have to spend
yeah, so it makes sense. Okay, so if someone's out there and they say, I have problems, my computer, what kind of symptoms should they look for? Like if someone says, well, I don't know, my computer seems slower, I'm not real sure if it is slower or what the problems are, what should they look for? At what point should they say, you know what, I need to call Joe?
If you've got if your system's running slow, if you have some strange messages popping up or programs saying, hey, your system's been infected, you need to buy this to fix it, do not buy it.
Right. So, but at that point, you've been compromised at least to the point that they're slipping in ads on you.
Right.
Okay, so at that point, call Joe, A&M Digital Technologies, or email. If your computer works well enough to email, otherwise call. But so then you've got issues.
Right.
And as you said, now the special is $35. You'll fix it for them. They can pay the $30 and some change, and you'll put the antivirus, and it'll help solve their problems.
Right. Now, I will say that even if you do have an antivirus, you're still vulnerable because you're connected to the internet.
Right.
But I'd rather have that layer of protection than just run wide open.
Right, because if you don't have anything, you're in a bad way. At least, and that's kind of what we talk to our students here. Don't download anything unless you know what it is, know where it's from, because otherwise you just open the door.
Right.
And that's what you're saying is even if you have Norton and you still voluntarily click yes, download this, you're opening that door.
Well, I look at it as you browse the internet like you drive a car.
Yeah.
And your antivirus is your seatbelt. You can drive along without your seatbelt, you might be safe, but it just takes one accident to change everything.
Right, exactly. So very important. Okay, so if someone wants to go farther, they say, okay, I want the Norton, but I want extra protection, what do they need to know?
Well, the antivirus for the basic home user is about the best you can do.
Okay.
Now, for the business, there's many more security appliances like actual physical firewalls, extra security appliances in the routers you can do to actually protect yourself.
So if someone owns a small business and they say, you know what, my information is very valuable, and more so than just have my home computer get infected, I want to protect my business files and stuff like that, then at that point they need to call you in.
Right.
And you go that extra mile with equipment and so forth that helps set that up.
Right.
Okay.
Well, from the house standpoint, one other thing you can do to protect yourself is lock down your wireless.
Yes.
Because I can drive around town right now with my laptop, and you would not believe the number of places I go to.
Can you do it with your phone?
Yeah, you can do it with your phone.
I was going to say, you probably drive around with your phone and say yes. Okay.
Kind of telling on myself. I used to do that with my laptop.
Just to see what was that. Okay.
Yeah. But now it's easy. You can just drive around with your phone and just pick up. And a lot of people will just tap onto the network to get free internet. But there is software out there, and all you got, it's just a Google search away where you can sit there and monitor everything goes in and out of the people's houses, and you can actually watch what they're posting on Facebook and post stuff on Facebook as them. Yeah,
every once in a while you see on Facebook somebody got hacked, and it starts sending ads out and asking you to join the groups and all that stuff. So, to avoid that, be smart about what you do. Again, if you have any concerns, call Joe or Cena and talk to you all at A&M, and they'll fix you up. So, very easy solutions you've already given them.
And as far as the security goes, there's two different types of security. There's WEP and WPA. Don't waste your time on WEP. It's just as unsecure as open wireless. Always use WPA or WPA2.
Okay, so if you're like me and you didn't understand any of that, call Joe or Cena and they'll fix you up. So, all right, tell me about, we talked a little bit of this before the show, emails, Facebook, phone calls. What do people need to know? Basic, stuff here, because it's tricky. People are good at selling you lies. So what do we need to know about emails, Facebook, and phone calls?
Okay, starting with the email, just your basic emails of, you get an email from someone you don't know.
Yep.
Delete it.
Yeah, get rid of it. It usually shows up in your spam.
Right.
Sometimes it makes its way into the inbox. Get rid of it. If you don't know them, it's not worth the risk.
Right. But now these hackers are getting smart enough where you'll receive an email from someone you know.
Yep.
And you open up and there's maybe just a link in there. Don't click it.
Yep, stay away from it and go on.
And now they're going as far as going into your email, reading a few emails, getting an idea of what kind of person you are. And I actually got this an email from a person, and I immediately had Cena contact them and say, change your password, monitor your emails, somebody got in.
Really?
Yeah, what they said was, hey, this is so-and-so, I'm on vacation in Europe, my wallet was stolen, I was mugged, I can't get back home. Can you please wire me some money? Click this link and please wire me some money so I can get
Yeah,
home.
right. I've actually seen that. Somebody came in and told me about that a couple months ago and said, you won't believe it. They got the email and they believed it, but they called the person's home and they're like, no, I'm sitting here at home.
Yeah.
Like, shoot, okay, good, because they were going to wire money.
Yeah.
And they were just astounded and told me that story. I was like, that is crazy. It's a good story. I mean, like I say, they're good at selling their lies.
Yeah.
So you got to watch. Okay, so you'll see that in emails, Facebook. Somebody will compromise your account and I assume do similar things.
Or someone will compromise your friend's account and they'll post a link on your Facebook wall that says, hey, you won't believe this video I seen of you last night. And you're going, oh my gosh, what did I do last night? You click that video and you're compromised.
That scares me, Joe. What did you do with the video? I don't want to know. Never mind. All right, so yeah, and again, it's those kind of things, curiosity. What are they talking about? I better go see.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Just say no. It's the easiest thing. Talk about phone calls real quick.
Okay. The phone calls, this is how social engineering that the hackers have gotten. And I received this call a few months ago, which I was kind of prepared for it. I'd heard about it several months before, so I was just waiting on it to come. And it's actually a group of people from India, and they'll call and say...
It makes me laugh that you said, I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
Eventually they're going to call me, and I'm waiting. I see the scheme coming alive. Okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense with our conversation earlier. Go ahead.
So they call and present themselves as Microsoft. They'll call and say, we're technicians from Microsoft. We've noticed that your system has a virus, and we want to help you fix it. So what they'll say is, go to this website, grant us access, and we'll help you fix the virus.
Right. It sounds legitimate.
Yeah.
Until you think about it.
Well,
but at the moment, you're probably like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah, you're starting to panic.
Microsoft knows their business. This sounds legitimate. Okay.
Yeah, so what they do is they actually have you pull up your event viewer, which is just your system statistics that shows you, how much your speeds and everything's running. They'll go, oh, no, see, you have all this running. You don't need to be running that. Well, that's just your basic stuff that you always run every day.
Anyway, yep, nothing surprising there. Okay.
So they go, well, now, you need to go to this website and let us in. So the minute you go to that website and grant them access, you've pretty much opened the door to your house.
Yep.
They have full access to your computer and anything on it.
Yep. So that's scary stuff. Again, if you think about it, and as I'm sure you did since you were scheming and waiting, Microsoft probably would not call and give you this free service.
No, there's not.
They would not waste the time to call you to do that, especially folks here in rural West Virginia. So know that it is a hoax. And as you said, you got that call and had some fun with it. But
yeah, I went as far as I timed to see how long I could keep these guys on here, and they will go to great lengths to get into your computer. I had them on there for 20 minutes.
Wow. So they were still trying to hook you after 20 minutes.
Yeah, and then finally they just got tired of putting up with me and they hung up on me. But to give you an idea of how far they want to go, they stayed on there for 20 minutes.
It's worth their time. If you're willing to grant them access to your computer, which would open up anything you bought with credit cards and so forth, you're right. It's worth their 20 minutes.
Yeah, they can take anything off of your system and they can put anything onto your system.
Yep, so scary stuff. All right, so we've covered how to protect yourself online, emails, Facebook, phone calls, obviously. We talked about how people will compromise your computer if you don't protect yourself against viruses. Anything else we need to throw out there?
Any security questions or concerns about your computer or your home or office network, you just give us a call.
Right, and you guys specialize in this, so it's good to know that this is something you do. I know you help businesses and so forth protect their records. We talked last time about how to back up your data and stuff, and now we're talking about how to protect yourself.
Yeah.
So very important stuff. Again, Joe and Cena McDonald with A&M Digital Technologies talking here on Help Desk, our weekly show, and talking about how to protect yourself with your antivirus stuff on your computer against phone, emails, and Facebook intrusions, I shall say, or tricks. Yes. So if you have any questions, you can reach Joe at
304-927-3588 or at our website at www.amdigitaltechnologies.com.
All right, so that's our show on Help Desk this week. Thanks to Joe and Cena, and we'll be back next week with another great topic. And again, I know each week you talk about if someone has questions and so forth, contact you via email or via your website.
Can email us at live@amdigitaltechnologies.com or to watch this video or any other of the videos that Patch produces. You can go to youtube.com/rcpatch21.
Yep, and then we also have on your Facebook page, if you go and like your Facebook page, you're throwing those specials out there.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in like the Norton and stuff, you'll see it come up.
Yeah, just go on Facebook and search for A&M Digital Technologies. We always have a daily deal during the week, and it's usually much steeper than retail cost.
Right. I agree.
Much cheaper than retail cost,
right.
not steeper.
Well, I knew what you meant, so it's okay. But,
okay.
And then, of course, you have your digital online store
Yes.
that people can go and shop and get stuff they want. I know
Yes.
That's where I shop, so everybody else should as well. So, all right, so again, support your local community. This is an awesome thing. Joe, thanks for your time. Cena, thanks for your time. We're here helping out the community, giving this information out there for people to learn, protect themselves, do better with their technology. And any questions you have, contact Joe and Cena. So, again, thanks. That's this week's show, and we'll see you next week with a new topic and some more information.
All right. Thank you.